All right, so as predicted, we're going to have Julio Cesar Miranda make his entrance here. Coming up, the 12-round WBC flyweight elimination fight at 112 pounds. Omar Salado and this man, Julio Cesar Miranda.
Not to be confused with the one that fought Barry McGuigan back in 1988. That was also a Julio Cesar Miranda back in 1988. But he had English citizenship.
Yes, he did. This guy's a world-class number 3rd ranked in the WBC, 17 straight wins, a very powerful puncher.
He's coming off a big win against Giovanni Urbina down in Veracruz, Mexico.
They fought him in February. He stopped Urbina in the 7th round in that fight.
One common opponent that they have is Branny Guerrero. I got to see that fight in which Omar Salado was able to stop Branny Guerrero in the 5th round. And this one, on the part of Miranda, he stopped Branny Guerrero in the 4th round.
All right, and here comes Omar Salado. Benny and I have known this kid a long, long time. We did his professional debut down in Tijuana. He's undefeated, world-class fighter, ranked number 4th in the WBC, 8th in the WBA, 12th in the WBO. Ring Magazine has him as high as 6th. He's a former WBA Fedel Latin 115-pound champ. In 06, he fought Ulysses Solis to a draw for an IBF world title in the light flyweight division, 108-pound championship.
And that was a heck of a fight that could have gone either way.
He's been 10 rounds once in his career with a win and 12 rounds once in his career. And that was, of course, the fight against Ulysses Solis. That was a draw. He's been fighting since he was 9 years old. How about the atmosphere?
It doesn't get any better this way. If you're down here in Gomez Palacio, or if you're actually, when you're watching it right there where you're watching it from home, even as far away as Canada. They're watching us out there in Canada, all over the world. Our friends over there at the Fight Network. Omar Salado. And the man that trains him is the guy known as Flash Gordo, also known as Pedro Moran Jr.
I'm going to say hello to Mrs. Kelly. She's watching over in Ireland
tonight,
too.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Kelly. So, you know, I always marvel at Mrs. Kelly. Always so spotless.
That's Mrs. Kelly
so
for you.
So much time. Everything is coordinated. Just an absolute, very dapper-looking woman.
In case you people are wondering who we're talking about, that's my mother-in-law,
oh.
who's watching over in Ireland right now and loves the fights and loves Benny even more.
And like I always tell the Colonel, I'm just here to help.
Beautiful rendition here.
Cantando se alegra. Doesn't it make you want to sing there, Colonel?
It makes me want to sing, Benny, but I don't know the words like you do.
And then you see Nacho Huiza right there tending to his fighter, Omar Salado. Jareli, the singer right there. Omar Salado, very patiently been waiting for his opportunity. And Colonel, that's what I told him. I said, you know, you have to be calm because you're not going to get that fights that often when you get to a certain level. You know, you have to wait for them. If he is going to have to wait, might as well get close to her, huh, Colonel?
Yeah, he's trying to win her over, and I think he's done that. 19-0, 2 draws, 11 knockouts. This kid can box. Miranda can bang.
A festive night here in...
I get goosebumps, Benny.
Yes, Gomez Palacio. Oh, beautiful voice.
Here's Joe.
Jareli.
Y ahora, aficionados, vamos al peso mosca, 12 asaltos, una pelea eliminatoria del CMB. And here we go, fight fans, 12 rounds for this WBC Flyweight Eliminator. WBC supervisor in attendance, Mr. Luis Escalona. Los 3 jueces, the 3 judges scoring this bout at ringside. De los Estados Unidos, from the USA, Bert Clemens. De Mexico, Juan José Guerra. y de Mexico, Pablo Monreal. When the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, el referee, Gelacio Pérez. Presentando primero en la esquina roja, con los calzoncillos blanco con rojo y un peso de 50 kilos, 800 gramos. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He wears white, trimmed in red, and weighed in officially 112 pounds. Su récord, invicto. 20 victorias con 2 empates y 12 victorias por knockout. He is undefeated as a professional. 20 big victories, including 12 wins by way of knockout and 2 bouts even. Clasificado número 4 de CMB, rated as the #4 WBC flyweight in the world, de Tijuana, Baja California, México. Presentando el invicto Omar Salado. Y su oponente en la esquina azul con los calzoncillos azul con dorado y un peso de 50 kilos, 800 gramos. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wears blue trimmed in gold and weighed in officially 112 pounds even. Su récord profesional, 25 victorias con 18 por nocaut, 3 derrotas y un empate. His professional record outstanding with 25 victories, including 18 knockout wins, only 3 defeats, and 1 bout even. Clasificado número 3 de CMB, rated as the #3 WBC flyweight in the world, de Tampico, México, Julio Cesar Miranda.
As you take a look at the tail of the tape, Salado a little bit taller, the weight's the same, the age is the same, a couple of inches in reach advantage for Omar Salado. We'll see if that makes any difference during the course of the fight. This fight, they'll be using the WBC rules, 10-point must scoring system, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. If we get into any accidental headbutts, we'll explain that to you. But in the WBC, the fighter in an accidental headbutt who is not cut loses a point. That's a big difference. But I'll point that out to you if it becomes necessary. Gelacio Pérez, the third man in the ring. Here we go. Omar Salado in the white with the red trim in blue and gold is Julio Cesar Miranda. Miranda, remember, is a very powerful puncher. With the exception of his last fight, and his last 6 opponents have all gone down via knockout. His last loss, you're going to go all the way back to December of 2004 when he lost a 10-round decision to Sammy Gutierrez. Never has he fought outside of Mexico, is Miranda. But Miranda will have to do that if he wins tonight, most likely.
His 2 losses against Alberto Ontiveros, that was a TKO loss in the 3rd round, and then his second loss was a unanimous decision loss to Sammy Gutierrez. Salado, here's a guy that regularly trains with much bigger fighters. People like Cristobal Cruz, people like that. Even Humberto Soto goes in there, spars with those guys. And now
he goes down.
Yes!
He got hit, I thought, on the side of the cheek and then the back of the head, and Salado had to grab the ropes and goes down. But I think he's all right. I think it maybe off balance, he just caught up in the ropes. I don't think it was really anything that hurt him. But remember, Miranda does have tremendous power. Benny mentioned the fact that he's trained with bigger guys, which should help him, but Salado is officially ruled down here in round #1, and he's taken that uppercut that time.
And one of the things that Salado does very effectively is the way he uses the shoulder. But I'll tell you what, I think for this particular fight, Miranda came in prepared to go ahead and get through that, and you see him loading up on that left hand. He's probably throwing about 50 left hands to about 3 right hands.
Well, right now he's beating up on Salado, and Salado's having all he can do to hang on to him. He looks like his legs are slightly gone, Benny. Salado's in tremendous physical condition, but I'm just not quite sure how heavy that punch, it looked like, hit him from the back of the head. We'll have a replay, I'm sure, so we can see it, but he seems to have his wherewithal back.
No, he's a tough kid. And but one of the things, the mistakes that he makes, again, watch him with that left shoulder. And then he'll turn his head to one side, and I think that's something Miranda was prepared for that, and came in right off the bat with that left hand. Watch Salado turn that shoulder.
Well, Miranda, who switches back and forth from southpaw to right-handed fighter, he can be surprising because sometimes he has that right shoulder forward and his power is coming from the left hand.
And now Salado's starting to land some shots.
Salado caught him with a good shot to the body and one upstairs previous to that, the right hand down the middle. Here he is back orthodox again, is Miranda. And look at Salado trying to pour it on.
Well, I tell you what, if you thought the singing by Jareli was nice, wait till you see this fight.
Look at this as Miranda falls in the corner. This is a war. Bam! The left hook catches Salado. Salado has to hang on. Look at his legs, Benny. He's shaking.
And Miranda just looks like he just shot everything he had in this round. And right now, look at him. He's totally out on his feet.
And the bell sounds, ending round number 1. What a war!
And again, the calmness of Salado. This is the way the fight started, folks. Right here. Watch him load up with the left hand. There's the left hand. And that caught him.
Well, there's no question. From our vantage point, I was looking from behind, and of course, we didn't see it as clear as this replay shows it. I mean, he wasn't hitting the back of the head. He was hit right on the button.
And then look at the way he turned it around. Salado cleared his head. Did a masterful job of taking his time, clearing it. There he is. That's when he went down. And it was actually the body of Miranda that kept him up. But then amazing the way Salado came back. Incredible swing of events in one round. Nacho Weezer tell him to double up with his shots. Throw the right hand. When you go side to side, throw the right hand.
All right, here we go. Round number 2. Omar Salado, Julio Cesar Miranda. Miranda in the blue to the right of your screen. In the white is Salado. Round 1, an absolute war. And Miranda is an orthodox fighter, but he will switch every once in a while.
And I think it slows him down. We've always talked about that, Colonel, when a fighter switches from side to side. I really think it confuses him.
Well, not only that, we've talked about this before. When a right-handed fighter switches southpaw, he loses power, he loses accuracy, and he's more susceptible to being hit, so why do it? But, you know, sometimes I think it just be like trying to shake out a shoulder when you take a hit in football or something like that. A guy just switches around. Sometimes by design, but more often than not, they just do it.
Salado very crafty, very well prepared, trained since a very, very young age of 9 years old by the Pedro Moran, senior and junior, who have their gym down there at the Municipal Auditorium down in Tijuana. And this is a guy that every single day he's in the gym. Every single day. There is no Saturday or Sunday for him.
You people that live in the northern part of the country, you've heard of rink rats, guys that can't stay out of the hockey arena. Well, he's a gym rat. He can't stay out of the gym. And there's plenty of wars we had in the gyms in Tijuana. Look at this. Salado having a nice second round here now all of a sudden. And as I say that, Miranda comes blasting back. Here he is caught in almost that southpaw stance again, Benny.
Well, he's gone there.
Yeah.
And look at that. 2 shots right there that land by Salado.
Remember, you get hit more, you lose accuracy, and you lose power. So why do it? Salado let that right hand go down the middle, and he's get him right in the chin. Now he switches back.
And the plan for Miranda was to land a lot of lefts, but not to go in a southpaw stance to land it. Do it from your right-handed stance. Good right hand there by Salado.
Salado landed a right, and just prior to that, Benny, Miranda caught him with a shot, but Salado's outboxing him in this round, which he didn't do in the first round. Oh, right on the nose! And another shot! Whoa, 2 good shots by Salado.
And Salado's one of those guys, he doesn't look like he's that powerful. But then before you know it, he overwhelms you. But it's an accumulation of punches. It's not going to be a one-punch deal that's going to do it.
Well, he's got 11 knockouts and 19 victories. But again, Benny, you're right. It's accumulation of punches with this guy. Hanging the left hand low. As you saw, Miranda went back to southpaw. Now he's back orthodox.
And I tell you what, Miranda right here runs a risk when he gets really aggressive. That's where Salado's so good at countering and so patient for that opportunity.
He just loaded up the right hand, and Salado got a bit of the nose. Miranda trying to fight off the rope, switching back to southpaw again. Now he's back orthodox. But see what's happening, man. He's getting caught in between with his shoulder squared, and Salado's smart enough to take advantage of it. Wow, this is a good fight. Look at these guys go.
Technique-wise, excellent on the part of Salado.
I was going to say, as the village technique-wise throwing out the door.
No, but look at that. But look at him, look at him.
Oh, yeah.
He's still doing the right thing. Look at that. He throws that left hand, but right. It's an absolute brawl. Both of them landed their sheer shot. Did the referee get hit there? I think anything, even the referee's in danger here.
Look at this stuff. This is, of course, Salado on the assault.
Colonel, you know what I'm liking about this?
Everything.
Yes, but even this is something that's really noticeable. Yellow glove and a black glove. You know who's landing what punch.
That's it.
It's not confusing. It's very, very distinctive in terms of the colors. So I think that's a great idea.
Okay? Y sube la derecha y cámate para la izquierda. Si te vienes y lo cruzas, güey. Cuando se te enganche, prepara los uppers.
Cross your shot. Load up on the uppers. The uppers there. Work the body. Work the body. That's Pedro Moran Jr. Nacho didn't get to get a word in that time.
Here we go. This is round 3. It's scheduled for 12. I don't know how he can keep this pace.
I'll tell you what, Salado, I've seen this guy work out. This guy can go forever. Miranda the same way.
An extraordinary pace here. Two very determined Mexican fighters. Oh, man, he caught him with the right hand that time, did Salado. Right back comes Miranda. Miranda's left hand hanging low.
And the instructions for Salado is to work the body and throw the right cross.
Referee says keep the hands up, guys. Keep them up. Salado to the right of your screen. Jabbing with the left. Double with the left hand with the yellow gloves. In the blue gloves or black gloves as they are, Julio Cesar Miranda.
In the corner of Miranda, they just keep urging him to throw the left hook. Throw the left hook. Salado's not one of those guys that really works the body that much. He's looking more for the head. That's where you see the long amateur career, because he's still one of those guys, shoulders squared, looking for the head.
Now he's looking for it right now, and again he catches Miranda in a shift, fighting as a southpaw again. And there's the right hand right there. He's holding him off with a powerful left hand, and then lets his right go.
For Salado, has a huge following in San Diego by the Navy. Navy guys, the Navy Compass, which is the paper, really covers him a lot and follows him a lot down there in San Diego.
Omar Salado in the white trunks on the assault here against Julio Cesar Miranda. Miranda from Tampico in Mexico. It's a pretty even round so far, Benny. Oh, that nice cracking shot that time.
But what about the staying power by Miranda? What a chin this guy has.
Right back with a shot of his own.
Mixing it up beautifully, going down below and then coming right up on top is Miranda.
When you look into the eyes of both of these guys, look at the determination you see. Nice bobbing move by Salado to avoid the wild shot by Miranda.
But that's where Salado is just a thing of beauty. The way he uses his shoulder, the way he's able to shift the balance back and forth.
Pedro Moran, both junior and seniors, you were working with this guy down there in Tijuana, then done a great job bringing this kid along. Talking about Omar Salado. Meanwhile, Miranda, 25 victories and 18 knockouts. This guy's a big banger, and he had Salado off his feet in the first round with a really clean shot. And since then, Salado has really battled back most valiantly.
And of course, the champion in the WBC Flyweight division, Daisuke Naito from Japan. So they're going to have to go there to go ahead and take it from him. See how patient right there Salado is. Just so patient. Let Miranda right there switch back and forth from southpaw to right hand and just waited his chance.
Boy, I don't think he's as good as a southpaw. That goes in my book as a round for Salado.
Absolutely. Although, you know, at the beginning, it looked like Miranda was going to turn it around. And more action right there. And you see the paces again of Salado, just waiting for his chance. Those almost look like backhanded shots on the part of... Switching to a southpaw again right there.
Gets hit more. His own punches aren't as accurate. I don't know why they do it. But, I mean, it's obviously his game plan. He started it right away.
Telling him to throw more upper. Go ahead, feint. Now you're going to have to increase the punch count. You want to be #1 in the world? Let's come forward.
Very cool, Nacho Weezer.
Well, he's seen wars before, hasn't he?
He has. Here we go, round number 4. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan with Benny Ricardo. These fights are coming to you from the Auditorio Centenario in Gomez Palacios in Durango, Mexico. This is the WBC Flyweight Eliminator at 112 pounds. Omar Salado to the left of your screen in the white trunks. In the blue trunks, Julio Cesar Miranda from Tampico in Mexico, 25-3-1, 18 knockouts. He's the power puncher, but he's been switching around to southpaw, losing accuracy and losing power. See the way he throws that up, like you mentioned it, Benny, with just that kind of backhanding with his jab.
Flicking.
And that's not going to hold off Salado. So I don't know why he's doing it, but seemingly he's not going to stop fighting as a southpaw. He certainly can't think he's going to confuse a fighter as good as Salado by switching to southpaw.
Salado is using excellent movement. That side-to-side stuff. We always talk about don't go straight back. He's going side to side, and as he goes back, he's throwing.
Look at this. This is a nice, that 10, 12, 15 seconds there is nice boxing by Salado. I mean, he's really imposing his will on Miranda right now. Miranda doesn't seem to know what he wants to do, Ben. He's switching back and forth from southpaw to right-handed and just being outboxed by Salado. Mind you, folks, Miranda is dangerous because he can hit, he can bang.
But Nacho's right, the upper's there. Right there. Look at
yeah.
See that upper?
Yeah, it's there.
But that's not really the nature of Salado. Salado's one of those guys more of a, squared up shoulder, pitter-patter kind of thing. Although he does get the knockout, but again, it's accumulation of punches. But that upper. Okay, 2 from the side now, 1 up.
He got hit with that and it went back on his heels, but he didn't stop throwing punches.
And he can keep this pace throughout the whole fight.
Yeah,
That's the thing about Salado. Don't question that, folks.
Both of these guys can. Oh, look at this. Salado gets nailed again. Some good shots, heavy shots being landed by Miranda right now.
And it's the left of Miranda that's doing the damage. But he throws it from the right-hand stance.
Look at this, yeah. When he throws his left hook when he's fighting as a right-handed fighter, he's much more effective. Caught him again with the left hand. Boy, Salado was really outboxing him, Benny, for about the first 2 minutes of this round, and all of a sudden Miranda has come on. Look at these guys battle.
Absolutely, but the thing that Salado's not doing anymore is moving side to side. He's just staying there. He can't do that. He can't stay right in front of Miranda.
19 seconds to go in the 4th round. This has been a good round. They've all been good rounds of boxing. Salado knocked down in the 1st round by the first power shot. We get blood from the nose or trickling from the eye. I can't really tell.
And good right hand right there by Salado all of a sudden.
And the bell ends round number 4. Who are you giving that round to?
Well, you know what? I'm going to go with Miranda.
Me too. I thought his punches were more damaging.
Well, when you go to clean punching, and harder punching, all those things, you got to go with Miranda. Miranda had, although at the beginning of the fight, Salado was boxing beautifully. But then about the 150 mark, then all of a sudden, that's when Miranda took over. Look at that big left hand. Looked like right there, Salado was going down.
See, at no time during the course of that round in the professional boxing business is about hurting your opponent. At no time with all of the punches that Salado threw, he never really hurt Miranda, but Miranda hurt him. And I agree with you, Benny. I thought at that stage when he got hit with that big shot that he was going down.
Let's go get him. You got to use both hands. Well, I think Miranda hurt us. He's staying as a right-hander.
All right, here we go. This is round number 5 from Durango, Mexico. Gomez Palacio, the Auditorio Centenario. Glad that you're going to be with us. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan with Benny Ricardo.
I don't know, Colonel. I think we'll make it to 12 rounds here.
Yeah, we will. And we get 12 more after this.
Boy, they look fresh after all that beating, all that leather launching. They still look fresh.
And is Miranda kind of hot-dogging it after catching with a clean shot?
With the mouthpiece. Miranda losing his mouthpiece.
And that's too bad for Miranda because it took the flow away.
And Salado was ready for this because I asked him, did you know anything about him? He said, well, he's talking a lot about what he's going to do to me and how confident he is that he can beat me. That's all I know about him.
You know, the WBC, they have open scoring, and they announced it after the 4th round, but I couldn't hear it exactly what they said for the scoring. But I've got the Miranda out in front by 1 point. I don't know how the judges have it.
See, I've got it even. And now again, switching to a southpaw. Although he did get the left hand. And look at the bloody now. That's on the nose of Salado.
Yeah, he's bleeding from the nose all right. He's taking some shots here now. And again, the heavier blows again being landed. Comes back with the right hand. Look at that face of Salado.
Salado's got to get his hands up, though. Right now, he's making that mistake.
He's hurt, Benny. Big shots. Look at his legs. He's very loose in the knees. As I say that, he comes back and lands a pretty good left hook of his own. But Miranda is in control right now, if he can maintain it. Why is he fighting as a southpaw?
What a heart this Miranda has, though.
He just got hit with a good shot himself.
Both of them hit each other.
Yeah, they hit each other. It's all over. The referee has stopped the fight. He looked at the eyes of Omar Salado and said, that's it. You can't continue. It's all over. It'll be scored as a 5th round. Technical knockout victory for Julio Cesar Miranda.
What a performance by Miranda. Julio Cesar Pingo Miranda putting on a performance, and what a gutty performance. And the referee didn't even bother to count. He just looked in the eyes of Salado and felt that, no, he can't go on.
This guy's face is bruised up, and he's seen enough. He saw too many head blows to the face of Omar Salado, and that was it.
And, you know, as much as I hate to say I'm wrong on the part of a southpaw, you know, that's the part that worked for right there for Julio Cesar Miranda. It came from an awkward angle, an angle that I don't think Salado was ready for.
Now, I don't know how effective it was, but he just won the fight in a 5th round TKO victory. So I think most of the damage came in the 5th round when he landed, I would say, about 5 or 6 real clean blows to the head of Omar Salado. And obviously it was enough because the referee said, no, those shots, you've just taken too many. He was bleeding from the nose and too many head shots. And if that's the case, if there's any question in anybody's mind, I'd rather have him stop it a little too soon than a little too late.
Well, exactly. When you got a guy like Salado who's going to have many more great nights in the future, might as well go ahead and take this as a lesson. There's nothing wrong with a loss. There's nothing wrong with a loss if you learn from it.
Here's Joe to make it official.
40 seconds of round number 5 for your winner by technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico de Tampico, México, Julio Cesar Pingo Miranda.
Well, we said how long could they do it? They only had to do it into the 5th round, but they let it all go. I'll tell you. And there's his WBC medal going around.
So now let's look at some of the future opponents on that division. You got Daisuke Naito is the champion out of Japan. And then you've got from Thailand, Kratingdang down in Thailand, Koki Kamida down in Japan, Julio Cesar Miranda. And also you got Pongsalek Wongulkam from Thailand, Roberto Vasquez from Panama, Brian Valoria. Also Wandi Singh Wangchop down in Thailand. A lot of Thailand fighters from Thailand in that division.
Jose Lopez from Puerto Rico's in there. Koki Kamida from Japan. He's only 7-0, so but they have him in Ring Magazine ranked up there in the top 10.
But you know, in the light division, in this flyweight division, 10, 12 fights. I mean, you're a seasoned veteran, and these guys right off the bat are fighting high quality opponents.
Yes, they are. They either have it or they don't.
So this is the one division that doesn't take long for you to go ahead and find out if you belong among the top guys, because you're going to fight them right off the bat.
Well, I mean, for 4 rounds, Miranda and Salado really did battle. Salado was in the fight. He was knocked down on the first, and he was cut badly bruised by the left thigh. And then look at these shots he takes, Benny.
Yeah, and you're right. Those were all to the head. Referee was watching right there, watching
Clean
the eyes.
shot.
Although he was still trying to fight back in some way. But again, I'm no complaints here about how the referee stopped it, when he stopped it. He's the man close to the action. You can see him right there looking into the eyes of Omar Salado. And you see that delayed response right there from the shot. There's another one, and right there.
Well, what he saw was 3 really hard punches. 1, 2,